Hey guys, and welcome back. This will be a short mat work Pilates. We're going to target the abdominals and glutes. Just something short that we can squeeze into a busy day. I know that we don't all have loads of time for movement, so you can either tack it on to another workout or use it as its own practice. So we're going to come down onto our backs, feet to the floor, feet next to each other. Spine's nice and long, and let's just take the hands onto each side of the ribs. Soften everything. Check that the back of the neck is long. And then we're going to tune into our breath. On the inhale, breathing into the ribs. And exhale, we soften down. We inhale, breathe into the ribs. The hands are on the ribs there just to help feel that expansion. And exhale. One more just like that. And release. So that is our target breath for our practice. We want full diaphragmatic breaths, ribs expanding, not just forward, but out to the sides and back as well. So full breaths. Our warm-up begins down at our legs. So we want to feel into our abdominals, pelvic floor up and in, TA across and in. So we've got this T on our pelvis, and we want to feel that engagement through the lower band of the abdominals. The breath is going to flow the whole time. So it's an inhale to prepare, tighten through the core, and we're going to drop one leg out to the side and come back up. Open knees here, one at a time, alternating left and right. So we are warming up through those abdominals. We're getting into the glutes as well. Body's nice and still, except for the one leg that we are moving. Keep the breath flowing. We'll do one more each side. We come back to center. Arms down by our sides, palms facing the floor. Shoulders are back and down. Inhale to prepare through the abdominals. Exhale, we take the hands up overhead to touch the floor. We sweep back down with our breath. So preparing through the abdominals as we sweep up and down. We want to keep that control through the abs. If we feel rounding through the lower back or anywhere through the spine, then we need to engage more effectively or tighter through those deep core muscles. So it's drawing up and in from our pelvic floor and across and in from the tops of the hip bones there, our transverse abdominis. Breath stays flowing nice and deep into those ribs. We'll do two more. And rest with those arms down by our sides. Bringing the legs up into our tabletop position. We're imprinting the spine so the lower back presses down into the mat. Abdominals are nice and active. Soften through the face and the shoulders. We're doing toe taps here. Alternating sides. Right to left. Left to right. Thinking abdominals, switching on. Stabilizing through the body. Keep those shoulders as relaxed as we can. We don't want to be tensing everywhere. One more each side. We're going to meet back with those legs in that tabletop position. So we pause here. Add on leg extensions. So we press out to a challenging level and we come back to that bent knee position. Out to a challenging level, back to that bent knee position. Challenging level is as low as we can go without rounding through the lower back. if we're rounding, we just don't go so low. So there's nothing wrong with kicking it out up here, if that's where we're at today. The better that we are able to engage the muscles as we work, the more that we're going to improve. Almost done here. And we meet back with those knees in tabletop. Okay, last bit of this series is going to be double leg toe taps. If it's too much, keep with the alternate leg. Otherwise, nice and strong through those lower abdominals. We press down with both feet and up. So we lower and return. We've got 3 more. Come back up again. Lower back, presses into the mat. If we're rounding through that lower back, we don't have to take the feet all the way to the floor. This is our last one. And we come back up and in. Wonderful. Hug the knees into the chest. Have a little rock from side to side. All right, both feet plant to the floor. We're going to move into some bridge work. Both feet to the floor, a little bit close in towards the bum. They can be hip distance apart. We want to inhale to prepare, switch on through the abdominals. Exhale, spine presses down into the mat and we lift the tailbone up in the same out breath. Let's pause at the top for an inhale. Exhale from the top of the spine, we roll down. I'm going to do 6 just like this. So it's inhale at the bottom, exhale, we press down into the mat and then lift, pressing through the heels. Pause at the top, inhale, exhale from the top of the spine, we roll down. 4 more. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, press the spine down and we lift the hips high. Inhale at the top, exhale, come down. So we're engaging through we're coming up again, we're engaging through, pause at the top, through those lower abdominals first. Exhale, we roll down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, we roll up. But as we come up, we're really squeezing through the glutes and pressing through the heels. Pause at the top, and we come down. We've got 1 more, just like this. We're going to hold at the top in a moment. So this round, when we come up, we pause and we're going to stay lifted. Keep squeezing through those glutes. Knees stay in line with each other. From here, little pulses. We're going to do 10. So drop down about an inch. Put 10, 9. Really squeeze through the glutes. Press down through the heels. Keep those legs tracking in the same line. We've got 5, 4. Keep breathing and try and keep the face as soft as we can be. We're here for 3 and 2 and 1. Hold at the top. Breathe in. Hopefully we've got a bit of a burn going on through those glutes. And then let's roll down. Nice. Hug the left knee into the chest. Take the right leg long. Stretch it out. And then switch. Right leg in, left leg long. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to come into a side lying position. Let's go head, bum, and feet are in line with the back of the mat. So those knees are bent. If we look down, the knees are stacked. We're going to take top hand, press top hip away so that we're nice and parallel with the floor. Nothing wrong with having the head propped up on the hand, or we can just rest down. So inhale to prepare, squeeze through those abdominals, and we're squeezing through the glutes to lift that top knee. Feet stay together. We're getting into that top glute, the left side, or whichever side you went. That glute that's on the top, really squeezing, stabilizing through the bottom glute. If you need the hand, either you can rest it down, you can take the hand on that glute, feeling that activation, or you can keep the hand on that hip, keeping the hip pressed away so the hips stay nice and stacked. Next one, we stay open. We extend through that foot, Feet back together, knees together. Open, extend, return the feet, close the knees. So here for 4 more. Open, extend, return feet, close the knees. Keep those abdominals working and the face nice and soft. Last 2. Last 1. Return. Tap that out if we like. Then we're going to take that top leg nice and long. Dial the toes down towards the mat. Keep the hips stacked. We're just dropping the foot down and lifting up. Down and lift up. So we go as high as we can go while maintaining stillness and control through the rest of the body. We're starting with the abdominals. We're getting into those glutes. And keep the breath moving into the ribs. All right, next time we're lifted, we're going to pause and hold and dial those toes up to the sky. So a bit of external rotation, drop it down and up. It'll feel different through those glutes. We're still working there, just a different area. Keep a little soft bend through the knees. We don't want to lock out and cause damage there. And maybe we don't get that foot all the way to the floor with this open hip here. But just thinking about that squeeze and that energy through the glutes and pressing through the heel. All right, 1 more. We pause and we hold. And we hold. And we breathe. Squeeze through those glutes. And drop it down. Give it a little tap out. We're going to bring that top leg over in front, extend through the bottom leg. If at any point you want to drop the head down onto the arm, you can, or if you're already there, feel free to stay there. So we've got this top leg over in front. We still want the hips, relatively stacked. So it's not a complete rest down. We're still working. So we're moving into the inner thigh of that bottom leg. Let's squeeze to lift and lower. We're only moving that bottom leg. We're here for 8. Really squeeze and focus that awareness on the area that we're working. We've got another 4. Keep the face soft. Last 1. And we're going to hold lifted, and we're going to do pulses up for 10. So it might not be a lot of movement, just seeing, we only have to move an inch. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, hold. Let's hold at the top. My legs are shaking. It's okay. Shaking is not a bad thing. Oh, and we drop it down and relax. Let's roll over, all the way over. Take a child's pose, stretch it out. Knees are wide, big toes together. Head melts down. Maybe if there's a bit of tension through the neck, we roll the forehead side to side. All right, we pause. And let's come up to the other side. So it's to start, head, bum, feet in line with the back of the mat. It's the easiest way to line up the body. We want our knees stacked. We want our hips stacked. We're going to press that top hip away and start with our simple basic clamps. We squeeze through those abdominals and the glutes, and we open that top knee. Breathing here. Maybe we're already feeling that bottom side as it starts to stabilize, and it did the work on the other side. And this side might fatigue a little sooner because it was stabilizing us before. We've got 2 more. Open that knee, it doesn't matter how high we go. Last 1, hold it there, extend. Return the feet together first, knees close. Open knees, extend that foot reach through the heel. Feet come back together, knees close. We open, extend, feet return first and close it down. We have 4 more. Think about those abdominals. And our last one, we hold extended. If you need a break at any point, you can, but if you need a break between these sets, feel free. Remember, we're dialing the toes down, so we've got internal rotation through the hip. It'll be a slight sensation, and we're going up and down, straight up, straight down. That top hip stays pressing away from the ears, from the ribs, and we breathe, getting into those glutes, feeling the belly. 3 more here. And then we pause, lift it at that hip height or maybe a little higher, dial the toes to the sky. We're dropping down, heel is leading the way, and up. Slight difference where we're feeling it in the glutes. Everything else through the body stays the same. We keep a slight micro bend in the knee, and something else, if this is feeling a little challenging to keep those hips stacked and to work in alignment, we can bring that foot a little out in front as well. Give a bit more space, might make it a little, not easier, but just feel nicer through the body. We've got 2 more. My glutes are on fire as well. Last one. Soften down. Oh, this is fired up a little faster than I thought it was going to. Okay, top leg is coming across. It's resting, a little bit of a stretch out. We want to be long through that bottom leg and reaching through the heel. We engage through the core and lift up. Inner thigh is working. Keep that breath nice and even and flowing. Particularly when things get hard and challenging, we hold our breath. Alright, 2 more here. And we hold that position so that leg is up. We've got pulses for 10. So up, up, up. Reach a little higher. Squeeze through the glutes. Breathe evenly. We're halfway. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Hold, 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 hold. And soften down. Alright, let's come down. A little rock through the hips. And then we're going to come into our tabletop position. So shoulders underneath the, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread the hands and press that floor away. The spine is going to be nice and long. If we're dropping through the lower back, let's zip up through those abdominals, but long through the tailbone. Attention just on the upper body, just on those shoulder blades. So the spine's going to stay nice and long. We're going to drop the chest down, shoulder blades squeeze together. We press the floor away, shoulder blades come apart. We drop the chest down, shoulder blades come together, and we press the floor to open the shoulder blades. So the control stays on the abdominals. We keep the spine nice and long. It's not a spinal movement. It's a scapular shoulder blade movement. We have 2 more. And then we're going to roll through our cat-cow. So now when we press into the floor, the whole spine can round to the sky. And then when we drop down, the belly can drop down. Rounding to the sky, rounding towards the floor. And really just taking an opportunity to feel into the movement, notice the breath. Back in our tabletop position. Let's tuck the right toes and take that leg back. So it's nice and long. Check in with our hips if we're noticing that they're even left to right. Abdominals are switched on first. We're going to squeeze through the glutes to lift that leg up to in line with the glutes if we can. Being mindful of the left side that we're not dropping out. That glute is stabilizing us, keeping us nice and in line. We drop the foot down to the floor and glide the knee along and in. We reach the knee out. The foot can stay on the floor and we lift up. So the foot's going to stay on the floor as we go out and in as much as possible. I find particularly when we're getting used to the exercise that having that foot on the floor stops us dipping into the lower back and losing control of those abdominals. So nice and switched on, foot glides out and we lift once that leg is extended. We have 3 more here. Keep lifted through the front body. Last one, we're going to extend and hold. Breathing here. We've got pulses, so we're coming up. Let's dial the toes down for this one. Dial toes, press down to the floor. We're reaching through the heel. We're going up for 10, 10, 9, 8. It's little. It's into the glutes. The abdominals stay active so that we're not moving the spine and rocking all over the place. We have 3, 2, 1. Hold that lift long through the tailbone. Long, 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 long. Dial the toes out, away from the body. Bring that knee up towards the right elbow. Extend it away. Bring it in. We only have 6. Reach long. We come in and out. In and out. 2 more. Working the abdominals. Feeling it in our glutes. Last one. Extend. Bring that knee in. Release. Come off the hands. Maybe take a child's pose. Maybe just a little rock from side to side. Alright, we're just going to do that on one side and a little bit of, on the other side and a little bit of stretching, and then we're all done. So, back on the hands. If the wrists here, if it's a lot, you can always roll your mat, bring the heels of the hands up. Takes a bit of pressure off the wrists if we have trouble with that. Check in with the body first. A nice long spine, connection to those abdominals. On the inhale, we squeeze through the belly. On the exhale, slide that foot along the floor. Engage through the glutes, we lift up. We drop down, straight to the floor. We glide foot along the floor. So slide out, lift, drop down, slide in. Back of the neck stays nice and long with the spine. So we're looking down between the hands or just down in front. Halfway. Keep the breath going. Try and soften the muscles through the face. Last 2. And remember, we're staying lifted. So extend, we lift, and we hold. Squeeze through the glutes. Stabilize through the abdominals. And we're up. Toes dialed down first. And we're up for 10, 9, 8. Really feeling it in that left glute. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Dial the toes away from the body. Bring that knee in towards the armpit or the elbow. We extend away. Head stays still as we come in and out. We're just moving that leg in and out. We've got 3 more. You can do it. Nice and strong. Last 2. And last 1. In and out. We come down. Shake out the hands. A little wriggle of the body. Fabulous. Okay. Let's come all the way back down to our backs. Nice work, everybody. We're on our backs, knees to the sky. Let's get the spine nice and long first. Melt the shoulders down, the hips down. We can relax through those abdominals. Let's take the right ankle to the left knee. Maybe this is enough. Maybe we reach through, grab the back of that left thigh. Keep the shoulders down towards the floor, the tailbone long. We breathe in, we breathe out. And we soften, We create space through all those areas that we're feeling tension in the body. And we allow ourselves time to just soften and be still. Let's release both legs, both feet to the floor, left ankle to the right knee. Maybe this is enough. Maybe we reach through, grab the back of that leg. Breathing here. I like to rock a little from left to right. You can get into that top glute, the leg that's on the top side glute. So in this case, the left gets into that glute a little more. And we soften down, release that leg, both feet to the floor. And we're going to take them mat distance apart. Rest of the body is nice and heavy. I'm just going to windscreen wipe those knees, left to right, releasing through the hips, soften the belly. We let the knees rest over to the right, body melts down. Knees to the sky, over to the left. Knees to the sky. Hug the knees into the chest. Long spines, long backs of the necks. You can rock here or be still. There's an opportunity just to even lift the head and curl the head towards the knees. Just opening through the upper back a little more. And we release. Release the legs. We're all done here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope that we're all feeling our muscles and a little bit stronger now. I'm hoping to post more short Pilates workouts, so keep an eye out. And as always, I would love to hear your comments, likes, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed and want to see more. Thank you.